New revenue estimates unveiled today for Cincinnati Streetcar are not as high as previously projected.
That's apparently because of the way rider fares will be priced. Local 12's Jeff Hurst joins us live from City Hall with new information on this long-running debate. Jeff?
Yeah, long-running indeed. And the numbers for the streetcar have been about as firm as a bowl of Jell-O over the long history of this project. Here is the latest twist on what everybody seems to think, and it could change. First of all, the one constant. Construction is underway. They are putting up the wires. They are putting in the tracks and over the Rhine and downtown. That's moving forward. That's a constant. But the issue coming up today is about revenue. That's how much the streetcar will bring in per year to help pay for the operations. Originally, a number was kicked around of about $1 million a year from various places, various sources the council members heard. That was based on a per ride basis. Let's say you pay $1 from getting from A to B, $1 to get back from B to A. Now, sort of the Transit Authority is changing this pricing situation, so it's $1 for 2 hours. Well, so basically you can go from A to B and B to A back on the same ticket, which means less money coming in because it's one person riding in a sense instead of two individuals, if you can figure that out. And that's the way it works. So it's going to mean a revenue of about $675,000 a year from the fare box instead of $1 million. And obviously that causes a lot of hand-wringing and angst in this project. But the head of the council's transportation committee says, look, we've got to keep this thing moving forward. We've got to keep focused on the big picture.
We're not going to get into the rhetoric of, is the streetcar good, is it bad, who's at fault, who's not at fault, because, you know, and to be honest, if we want Councilmember Smitherman and Councilmember Winburn to join the committee, they will. And we'll have 5-hour meetings where you'll have point and they'll have counterpoint. You know, I'd like to stay focused on phase one and what we can do to have it on time, on budget, and as successful as possible.
Well, unfortunately, as I suggested all along, a lot of the whole project's been set up by rosy projections that aren't coming true here. And if you look at other cities, haven't come true in other cities. There's increasing literature. There's a big article in Politico a couple months ago about how a lot of cities are abandoning these projects. So I wish, obviously, the council had heeded my advice back in December 2013 to pull the plug. We're going to try and make the best of it.
Now, the 5 streetcar vehicles are under construction in upstate New York. It was stated today that that delay back in 2013 has added time to the streetcar construction, and that's added about $1 million, the streetcar company says, to the price of the vehicles. Interesting pictures shown today in City Hall of old streetcar tracks being torn up under the pavement to make way for the new streetcar tracks. Also shown today, pictures of the streetcar logo, streetcar t-shirts. You can buy those streetcar t-shirts. However, they're not going to sell 1 million of those t-shirts, I don't think, to make up for the revenue shortfall with lower fare projections or lower fare computation projections. They do have that ace in the hole, which is the Hale Foundation, which has pledged $900,000 a year for 10 years for the streetcar. So, you know, like I said, this is about as firm as Jell-O, and it's going to change over time. But, you know, they do have funding issues that they have to deal with. Live at City Hall, back to you.
Jeff, in your travels, have you heard of any streetcar setup like this that's making money?
Streetcars do not make money. Buses do not make money. Commuter rail does not make money. It's a subsidized project. The bus system here loses money. The bus system is a subsidized project. It's a social service as well as a transportation project. You know, whether the streetcar is a social service or not, you know, or a development tool, that's the controversy.
Yeah. Jeff, thanks very much. The original plan for the streetcar was to have it run up to the University of Cincinnati. Remember that? Governor John Kasich's decision to pull state funding for this project changed all of that.